Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm in the garage today. It is one of those days. I got up this morning and they thought maybe we might get a monsoon day today, but there's no rain clouds up there. But holy cow, the wind is blowing like it's nobody's business. Gusts. Like I was sitting in the Jeep. I mean, this is what the driveway looks like right now. I was sitting in the Jeep. I had to rinse it off because there was all kinds of bugs on the windshield and dirt and stuff from a couple of different adventures. And fueled it up. I'm sitting at the stoplight and the wind is doing this. I'm just sitting stopped at the light and it was really moving me around. So I figured that was two different times. I went out early in the morning at 8 with the dog cruising around in this. We took a ride in the Land Cruiser and it was blowing and like okay, came back, actually cleaned the garage a little bit more. The other day I got this shelf, you can see. Nice, it's Husky from Home Depot and it's a little expensive, but it can hold so much weight. And then you can get these little Husky containers. And I had some bigger containers that were taking up too much room and they weren't even like, they barely had anything in them. So I consolidated down. I was able to get all my Target stands on there and get everything off the floor, make it easy to get the Jeep in and out. The Land Cruiser I can get out, in and out real easy. And then because I sold the Raptor, I have a spare of an open spot in the driveway, and all I have to do is move the Lexus from one spot to the other. So that's pretty good. I still need to get rid of stuff. I still need to get rid of more stuff. But so I thought, you know what? Here's some news for you guys. You may not know, I have another channel called Can We Survive, and it's been inactive for about 3 years. Because of COVID and all that stuff. But before that hit, I think it had been about a year before we did anything. So what it is my friend and my business partner that we do all our gaming channels. We did a cooperative adventure channel. And we have some great videos on there. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out Can We Survive. We got some videos on there of us doing all kinds of different stuff with the Jeep and with other vehicles, camping, overlanding, just adventuring, all kinds of crazy stuff. The news is he booked tickets to come down and we're going to go do a week's worth of adventures. I think we're going to do probably at least three overnighters in different spots. So it's going to be a real busy week. It's going to be like an 8-day long overland thing with different spots. It's going to be really good. We're going to make a bunch of videos with it. I'm going to make videos for this channel. We're going to do videos for that channel. He's going to do some videos for his Life with Neil's channel, which is his single outdoor thing like I got going here. All that being said, the reason why I have all these vehicles is years ago I had an idea. Wouldn't it be cool when we get together if we each had our own vehicle? Not just pile everything, both of us in one and all the gear into one vehicle. It'd be cool if we had two. That's what started this whole fiasco of me buying these vehicles. I bought the 100 series first, then I bought the Lexus, then I bought this, then I bought the 60. I already had the Jeep. Somewhere in there I got the Raptor, but that wasn't for me. That was for my peoples. So I'm thinking right now I'll probably have him drive the Jeep, and I'm definitely going to drive. This is my favorite vehicle right here, my 1997 Toyota Land Cruiser. But I still have the back seats in it. These seats, you can see I've got my survival bag and tool bags, everything just kind of stuffed in there. So here's my thought process. I'm thinking about taking the seats out. With this new shelf that I got, I've got my other seats. What are those? Those are the third row seats from here, and the third row seats from the Lexus are up on the top shelf. And I got enough room to put these seats up on the top shelf, so they're out of the way. That was another big reason why I got this, just to be able to have some room to do this stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to at least try it. I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to pull these seats out because what I want to do, I want to sleep in here. And I measured it with the tailgate closed. And if I move the seat up as far as it can go, I can get about maybe 6'5". And you think being 6'3", that should be plenty of room. But, that's to the top of your head. And your pillow usually goes farther than that as you lay on it. So I may not be able to stretch out completely straight, but it might be comfortable. So I want to sleep in here. I've got a tent, obviously, and Niels has got a tent, ground tent that we can take in the Jeep for him. I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm going to get to pulling all this stuff out. I'm a big fan of cheap towels to have in your vehicles. You can cover things up. You can cover yourself up. You can cover seats up. If you got tripods that you don't want rubbing against the leather, or you're hauling wood or something. Always have a jacket handy. This is from the winter time. I've got my survival bag. My winter gloves. Jump starter. Collapsible dog bowl. Gotta have that. This has toilet paper, water, energy bars, all kinds of stuff like that in it. Couple little tool bags, a bigger tool bag, spare fire extinguisher. I have two. All right, well, it's the next day. The heat and the sun pretty much exhausted me yesterday. This morning I went over to my coffee and cruiser event, but I actually took the Jeep because I had it out. I had it out because I've been working on this thing. So went over there, hung out with that. Now I'm back. I grabbed the Land Cruiser. I'm gonna head over to the local car wash. They've got free vacuum, so I'm gonna vacuum it a little bit. Got a little bit of dog hair back there. Head over to the Home Depot, see if I can get me a piece of plywood where I can make something back here work. And then head back to the garage and see what I can come up with. I don't want to get too like intense, but I want something, you know, simple to put in there, but give me a nice flat surface, because once it gets up towards here, you know, it dives down to the footwell. So gonna head over Home Depot and the car wash place right now. All right, well, that's quite the battle. Those clouds are coming in now and it's still really hot. So I cut jigsaw and used my router to bevel the edges. This is what it looks like. So it's like a kind of like a chamfer, you know. I used a round over bit, ran the outside of it. Once I got it cut, I've had to take it in and out here a couple times. Thing that's stupid is that I didn't move this car and I kept bumping into it, trying to manhandle this 3/4 inch plywood in here. But it's pretty good. It's the plywood right now, the length of it is 6'5". So it goes all the way up, and I've got about I don't know, maybe an inch before it hits my center console. And I measured my seats in my most comfortable driving position. It's back even with that. So my seat can go back farther, but they don't need to. So that's pretty good. And if anything, I could trim that front. So the only thing I need to do now is I need to build a couple of little legs, like probably 2x4 supports for the front, because where the footwell is. And then I'm gonna grab here and here, there's tie downs with a bolt going in. So I take the bolt out, I'll get a longer bolt, I'll tie it down here, and then I'll use the farthest outside of the seat supports up there that are flat. Two of them are coming on an angle, and 2 of them are flat like this. So, or 4 of them. I'll grab the 2 outside. That'll give me 4 good solid 14mm bolts that this thing will be bolted in. And then my plan, I'm not going to do it this weekend. I don't want to rush this too much. I got this done. I think that I'll make my sleeping side the driver's side, because these things have a tendency to tilt toward the driver's side anyway, because the fuel tank is over here plus the driver, and it has a tendency to lean. So what I'm going to do is anything I'm going to be carrying, I'm going to put on the left side. I'll probably bolt down a milk crate to replace my thing that I hold like water and straps and you know, paper towels in. The small little toolkits can go underneath, that bigger one can't, so maybe I'll make a spot up there for the bigger bag. And then I'm not planning on like loading this thing down all the time. What it'll be like a blank canvas, with the exception of the stuff that I always carry, which is water and tools, and they'll be over there on the passenger side. That way it leaves open as much room here, so when I bring out my little foam, I've got a foam, it's not a mattress, it's just it's foam for a cot. I'll lay the foam in there, and I'll have a bed on this side. And if I take like a cool, I don't have a refrigerator like a lot of people do. I still have coolers, which are fine for overnighters. And I'll put the cooler here, and I'll have some places to clamp it down. And then even when I'm driving, like my bags that are those Front Runner packs that have all my kitchen stuff, they can sit here. It's just I need to be able to move everything to that side when I get ready for sleep. So I think this will work. I wanted it to be not really intrusive as far as that goes. Like, look, it'll take me, it's not bolted in right now, but it takes me less than a minute just to, you know, I tip it up and it comes right out, and the seats can go back in, all, you know, middle row and back row. So I haven't made any major changes. I may down the line, I don't know. I talked to my Rhino lining guy. He can Rhino line this for me if I want. I don't know, we'll see. It's a little bright, but it kind of matches the seats up there. We'll see. That's it. Now I'm gonna temporarily just put all this stuff back in there so I can pull the Jeep back in the garage, because it looks like monsoon is coming and I don't really want to be out here. I could tell you this, I had it set up on one of those little plastic tables I use for cooking right here, you know, right at the front of the garage, and I was jigsawing and cutting with the router, and the wind would gust and blow all the sawdust all back in the garage. So I kind of made it a sawmill in here, but I like it. I like it. I think it's going to be good. And again, it's a temporary permanent thing. It can be temporary to yank out, or it can be permanent. If I really like it, I can leave it in there and just run with it, because usually I'm either off-roading by myself or one other person might be with me. Usually if anyone goes, they've got their own vehicle, so I don't need the back seats. I had them all covered with stuff anyway. It's been a crazy rough weekend when it comes to weather. The wind is just, it's been relentless. Today's Saturday. Friday and Saturday, it's been really, really blowing. I mean, there's no way you could go off-roading. I mean, you go off-roading in anything, but there's no cooking, there's no relaxing out in this wind the way it's blowing like this. And if I'm up in the forest, this is a good time for, you know, weak branches to actually come loose and fall, whether you're driving or just sitting there. So I figured I'd take this weekend to do a little garage time. Again, I got this shelf put in, which allowed me to get all my metal target holders. Those are the feet for my metal targets to go shooting. They've always been on the floor, and I've kind of had to drive, you know, straddle them with the tires. I got everything off the floor, so this stuff all goes inside here. So the Jeep can go in and out. The Land Cruiser already can go in and out just fine. So that's a huge thing. And I've got the storage up here. This is the third row seats for the Lexus, the third row seats for the this Land Cruiser, and the second row seats for the Land Cruiser. Pretty cool. I think I actually made some progress, not only in the garage but with the vehicles too. Did I say that I went to Cruisers and Coffee and I took the Jeep and I wore my Adventures in Land Cruising shirt. Callie got me this shirt. Look at the sweat. I'm breaking it in meaty style, Chris X style. I don't know. I think I think it's meaty style when I'm sweating like a meatloaf. Tell you that for free. All right, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go inside and sit in the air conditioning for a while. It's hot. All right, you guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.